Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our second playoff semi-final second leg preview. Yesterday we looked at Brentford and Bournemouth, which is happening at Saturday lunchtime. And now we are going to be looking at Swansea versus Barnsley in the 4th versus 5th playoff semi-final. Swansea, remember, took a 1-0 lead back from Oakwell on Monday night. Andre Ayew with the only goal of the game. You can see down here that we are partnered for our playoff coverage and very, very happy to have them as partners with Football 365 and Betfair. Betfair are going to be giving us some thought-provoking odds that are going to flash up through this video. Go and check them out over on the Betfair website. I'm going to give you my Bet Builder treble at the end as well. And Football 365 are going to be starting to partner up with me and the channel more through next season as well, where we're going to hopefully make that a really good landing place for Championship fans. We'll try and pop the article I write for this game in the description as well once that goes up. I think that's going up tomorrow, Friday. I'm filming on Thursday. There we go. Have we done all the housekeeping? Yes. Shall we talk about the game? Absolutely. So, Saturday 22nd, 6:30 p.m, 4th versus 5th, and Swansea with the 1-0 lead from the first leg. Quick little plug, I'm going to be sat in this seat all day on Saturday. We're watching 3 straight games, aren't we? We've got the Championship second leg for Brentford and Bournemouth, and then we're going to be doing Lincoln and Sunderland. Lincoln with a 2-goal lead in the middle of that, and then we're going to be doing this one at 6:30. I can't wait. Come and join us for the watch-alongs. And here's how the two teams shaped up in that game on Monday. Collins in goal for Barnsley, Sibic, Hellick, Anderson, Styles, Britton, Palmer, Mowat, Freeser, DK, Woodrow. You kind of know what to expect with Barnsley. It's been the 3 at the back system, those wing backs pushing and joining that press with the front 3. 2 midfielders sitting in, Palmer and Mowat, but with that whole team pushing up the pitch, you know they're going to go with them, and Mowat can do danger from outside. So no big surprises with what Valérien Ismaël decided to do. More so for Swansea, Kyle Norton at right back in over Connor Roberts was a bit of a surprise, but Cooper went for experience. He was right. Ben Cabango over Ryan Bennett as well. Cooper going for a bit of mobility there, perhaps in Cabango, and partnering him up with Gray to deal with Daryl Dike. It worked. It did work. So Cooper had played a 3 at the back for a lot of the season, but ended the season with the 4-3-3. Fulton, Grimes and Hurahan, nice balance in midfield. And Liam Cullen, the central striker, with Ayew and Lowe working off him. And of course, Andre Ayew was, for the umpteenth time, the match winner for Swansea. And it was advantage Swansea, but look at those XG numbers on the right-hand side in the shot map. 0.34 was all Swansea recorded. Ayew with a great goal, a very low percentage chance. Players in the way out towards the right-hand corner of the box. And you can see that big red blob. A big chance missed by Callum Britton for Barnsley. It could have been different. This is knockout football, though. This is tournament football. Swansea took the chances. Barnsley didn't. You can see 50-50 on the possession. And then lots of those underlying metrics do point in Barnsley's favour, don't they? But as people sometimes reductively, but sometimes fairly say, look at that final score. You can throw all the numbers you like, but it was Barnsley 0, Swansea 1 in a tight game that Swansea and Steve Cooper got just right, didn't they? Are we expecting the big comeback? I.e., can Barnsley do it in 90 minutes? There's a nice prize for you. Barnsley to win by exactly 2 goals. And we know if they do that, This game will not go to extra time, and Barnsley will go to Wembley. Derby did it, didn't they, in 18-19? They lost the home leg of Leeds, against Leeds rather, Kemar Ruth scoring, and then that mad 4-2 away win. I was in the stadium. I say I've never seen anything like it. I actually have hit the playoffs, but what an incredible game. So it is possible. Derby doing it a couple of years ago. Barnsley to win by exactly 2 goals will do it, 7-1. So, what do we think the Swansea team is going to be? Well, given the success of Monday night for Swansea, I don't suspect that the system changes. Although, could Steve Cooper look at this as a one-off game, knowing that if he keeps a clean sheet, Swansea go to Wembley and they're 1 game from the Premier League? Could he think about it like that and just tuck Kyle Norton back inside? He would take Liam Cullen out, play a front 2, and stick Jake Bidwell to wing back and bring Connor Roberts back in. That's a possibility. Maybe that happens during the game. I don't know. My crystal ball's not 100% attuned to that. But that's something that Steve Cooper could do. Go back to the back 3. Could he shore up the midfield? Corey Smith in for Conor Hourihane is a tip-off that may be in the written article, and that comes out on Football 365. And Hourihane used then maybe if they need a goal at some point. Who knows? It was a very successful 11. Woodman's going to play. 3 of the back 4 for sure are going to play. In fact, I think they're all going to play. And the only way that changes is if it goes to a back 5. Cabango and Guay matched up beautifully with DK. And really, for me, maybe you shore it up with Smith in the central midfield. Who knows? And maybe you take Cullen out if you are going to change the team shape. But they're all first world problems here for Steve Cooper, aren't they? It's a lead, and how does he choose to defend it, or does he want to try and go ahead and extend it and get that next goal? There's your Barnsley team. Look, Collins, Hellick, Anderson, Sibic, I don't know, Solbauer, Sibic, probably Sibic. Britton Styles will definitely play, won't they? Mowat, Palmer, you would think will play. And then there's been movement in the front 3 during the season. Look, Cauley Woodrow, Daryl Dike, Dominic Freeser starting. But on the bench, Connor Chaplin, he didn't get on actually. Victor Adebayo. The interesting one is Carlton Morris, who was good in the second half of this game. However, is he fit? How fit is he? And we know he's been nursing an injury. I think he's been right the way since he's been at Barnsley. They've been utilising him in this way. And remember, this game could go 120 minutes. With Freeser as well, you do get the long throw-in. Although that's not a reason to pick or not pick somebody, because I think Britain can hurl them in as well if they need to. So you could possibly see Solbauer over Sibic, and you could possibly see Chaplin or Morris. I'm not sure Adebayo gets in ahead of DK. I think he gets another go. But yeah, I suspect the system will be the same, but maybe a little tweak in that front 3. Valerian Ismail may say, Morris was dangerous. I'm just going to start him, and I'm going to try and get us back in the game as soon as possible. And he might work it the other way round, especially given the impact Morris made. Let me know what you think in the comments. And we're going to play a game of stating the bleeding obvious here. I try and avoid these, but Swansea one to watch. I'm going to do it. Go on. Andre Ayew. It does seem blindingly obvious, doesn't it? But Ayew was the guy. Look at that heat map as well. It's this season's heat map. Looks like he just plays everywhere, doesn't it? But off the right-hand side, Ayew played, and he found that space. The Barnsley defence pushing up that back 3. Wing-backs high up. In he goes in behind. And boy, did he punish them. And he is the archetypal big game player, Andre Ayew, isn't he? Scored in the playoffs last season against Brentford. He scored again in big league games against Brentford and Norwich this season. One at the Liberty, one was away at Brentford where he got that goal as well, didn't he? When the season seemed like it was falling to pieces, Mayhew, goal and an assist at Millwall. When they needed to shore up the playoffs and they were behind at Reading, who comes off the bench? Mayhew, and gets them sorted. Coming back from injury as well. And of course, in the playoffs in the first leg, who showed up? Andre Mayhew. He's a quality player. Somewhat surprised he's still there, really. It was a bit of a case of a legacy contract and they're still paying him the money and he hasn't wanted to go. But it's not like he's just sat there and taken the money, Mayhew. He's really put in performances. There's 16 goals this season, 14 last season. And this all from a player. He's not a dedicated striker, is he? He's going to play off the front or as a number 10 or what have you. And again, we're blue in the face about Swansea and the lack of a dedicated number 9. But let's just put it out there. Andre Mayhew as our man to watch. And he certainly was in the first leg. And the big game player, can he do it at the big time? I've gone for Andre Mayhew there. Just going to throw that one in. Last goal scorer at 11-2. If this is a tight game, maybe it's the last goal that's the key, not the first goal. Who knows? Andre Mayhew, 11-2. The big game player to score the last goal over on Betfair. And I've gone with the goal scorer as well for Barnsley. And I say I've gone with the goal scorer because Daryl Dike did not score in the first leg. In fact, he was very well marshalled by Ben Cabango and Mark Gray at the back for Swansea. He's been terrific, DK, for Barnsley. Look at that, 9 goals in 13 starts, one every 143 minutes, which does imply, if those numbers roll out over 180 minutes of playoffs, he's going to score at some point on the basis of his averages. Life doesn't always work like that, and stats don't always work like that. DK, tough game for him. He tried to use his personality, his strength. He got a bit verbal with Cabango as well, and Cabango kept his focus. Woodman as well. That triangle at the back, they did stop him. And much of Barnsley depends on DK. Much of DK depends on the team getting him the service. But when they have, and when he's got the chances, he has taken them. Can Swansea go and Cabango and Guay an entire 180 minutes without giving him that big chance? Because we know that big chance did fall to Barnsley in the first game, but it didn't fall to Daryl Dike. It fell to Callum Britton, and he had his shot blocked. So my one to watch for Barnsley, Daryl Dike, and can he be a game changer? Dike to score first at 9-2. And remember, if Barnsley score first in this tie, everything changes there and then. Even game, away we go. And yeah, that won't be something that Swansea fans and Steve Cooper are going to want to see. And the key battle, I'm going to get all clever on you here. I haven't picked out Callum Styles versus Carl Norton or Mowat and Grimes like we did last time, or Britton and Bidwell, or Cabango and DK, or Mayhew and Solbauer or Hellick or Sibic, whoever. I've gone for the 2 managers because this game, we said, did feel like the one that would be a bit more of a chess game. We think Brentford and Bournemouth, well, they're going to go at each other and it's going to ebb and it's going to flow. But particularly with Steve Cooper, he knows tournament football with England under 17s. For goodness sake, Mark Guay won the under 17 World Cup with Steve Cooper. Is going to very likely play in this game on Saturday. Now, Cooper is going to probably try and do what he did on Monday, i.e. stop the storm, weather the storm, take your time. If at times during the game you have to ditch your normal play, which means against Barnsley sometimes, look, just drop the ball into the channel and get up the pitch when they're pressing. Try and generate. And look, good teams can do it, can't they? They can play through a press, but sometimes you just have to play the percentages, especially if you're defending a lead, and, you know, just work that ball simplistically away from your goal and play through the press. What interests me is Ishmael in the other dugout. because Cooper does appear to have his number. That's 3 victories now this season for Swansea. Can he come up with anything a little bit different? Or is he an absolutist philosophy-wise? Is it, no, we stick to what we do and it normally works, and if it doesn't work, we work harder to try and make it work. We've heard this from many managers. If plan A doesn't work harder on plan A. That could be the case. So I'm very, very interested in the dugout. Does Cooper go the same way? Back 4, keep it tight, wait and use that quality. Risk possibly giving that chance away, and Barnsley, then being able to get a bit of a head of steam up. And does Ishmael, we think we know what strategy he's going to play. We think we know which players he's going to play. Has he got anything slightly different up his sleeve? Because he will not want to go into this thinking he didn't leave everything out there if ultimately Swansea do hang on to their lead. Fascinating what goes on in the dugouts. That's my key battle. Right, let's get your predictions in then. So down there in the comments. And as we said in the other show, I don't need your home, draw or away predictions. All I need is to qualify. Who is going to get to the final? And that does mean that a Swansea draw would obviously be enough to see the Swans get to Wembley. Betfair have got Swansea to qualify at 2-7, or 7-2 on. Strong favourite, obviously, with the goal lead. And Barnsley, 12-5. Let me know in the comments who qualifies, who gets to Wembley. Here is my prediction, which is always wrapped up in my Bet Builder treble. You can go over to the Betfair website and have a crack at one of these. Just click on the Bet Builder treble menu and just keep clicking and add up your bespoke bet. I have gone for over 1.5 goals. I've gone for a goal scored in both halves. And I've gone for the draw. So over 1.5 goals. And I've gone for a draw. So I'm looking at a 2-2 or a 3-3 or a 4-4. Anything above 1.5 goals. But I can see a scenario where whoever gets the first goal, the game does then end up drawn. I.e. Swansea get it and Barnsley push and push and push. And they do get back on terms, but then Swansea see them out. Or the other way round, Barnsley get that goal back and then Swansea can equalise. I just feel against a team that's good defensively, Barnsley and Ishmael, who, let's be fair, have been a breath of fresh air in a quite predictable season where we have had already 2 Year 1 parachute teams promoted and another one leading in their playoff semi-final. I think they might have left themselves a bit too much to do, Barnsley, in this one. You let me know what you think. And I think we might be getting a price boost as well on that. So check my Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Over 1.5 goals. Goals scored in both halves and the draw. I'm new to this, but the decimal odds, 6.91, which makes it, that's obviously including your stake. So it's not just shy of 7-1. It's just shy of 6-1. 591 to 100. Again, I'm new to this, but we welcome with open arms our partners at Betfair and Football 365. And with that being said, that is my preview of Swansea versus Barnsley. Playoff, semi-final, second leg. Beautifully, beautifully poised going into Saturday. Come and join us for the watch along. Go and have a look on Football 365, all the reports, and we've got some fan views coming in on this as well over on Football 365. I'll tweet all of that at Benjamin Bloom and give Football 365 a follow. And go and have a look at some of those little flutters I've put up from our friends at Betfair. Please gamble responsibly if you do choose to. And remember, I'm not saying that's going to happen. They're not my tips. I'm just throwing them in there just to make things a little bit more exciting going into the weekend. And of course, you can watch with me the weekend's games. I'll be sat right in this seat, looking at that monitor right there. I cannot wait. It's going to be a great day of playoff football. Come and join us. Swansea versus Barnsley. We will be here earlier in the day doing Brentford versus Bournemouth. And in the middle we'll be here as well. Lincoln versus Sunderland in League One. Check it out. Most importantly, get your predictions, get your comments in on anything I've said. I can't wait. You can tell I'm excited already. We've still got 2 days to go, damn it. There we go. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to Betfair and Football 365, who are our partners in the playoffs. And thank you to you lot of regular subscribers for making them so welcome. We know people don't like change sometimes, but change is sometimes good, and it's good for us as the channel grows. Speaking of the channel growing, please hit subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. If you're new around here, follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom and join us on Saturday for the watch-along of all watch-alongs. We'll be here for about 8 hours watching 3 games. There we go. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.